My name is Sanjay Prasare, and my today's topic is Rethink Database. So, what is Rethink Database? It is an open source document oriented database which stores JSON documents with dynamic schemas. The cloud native computing foundation purchased the company and relicensed it under Apache License 2.0. The language which Rethink Database uses is REQUL language, which is basically a query language and the internal domain specific language. Rethink Database was created using some important points of using traditional database with real-time web application. It is a scalable database designed to push data to application in real time. According to database engine rankings, Rethink Database in 2016 ranked 46 among all the databases. So these are some softwares used by database thinking. It officially support its official drivers are JavaScript, Ruby, Python, Java, and including Node.js also. And it has community supported by 17 other languages including PHP, R, C, C++. So what is the use of Rethink database? I mean, where we can use Rethink databases. Rethink database can be used where the application you're working on could benefit from real-time feeds to your data. Companies benefited from real-time database. Real-time push architecture includes collaborative web and mobile apps like instant messaging apps or any educational apps such as Black streaming analytical apps, multiplayer apps, real-time marketplace, connected devices. These are some categories where we think database can be used as these things has to be get constantly updated all the time. These things can also be done using traditional method of SQL queries, but it might get too troublesome as the requel which is used by Rethink database is very compact and which is used by and connects all the real-time web application servers and mobile application server directly to the database. Like for an example, say you have a table name student on your database which contains every bit of information of a student. So if you subscribe to the student database and command change, so you will every time get updated when any modification happens to the table. I will illustrate with an example at last. With old and new values, so when Rethink database is a good choice. This is the main question which while selecting database everyone has it. So as the rest of the software apps and databases, Rethink database also have some limitations like there is no limit on shard connection, number of databases, creation of table storage size has no hard limit. Maximum possible size of a query is 64 MB. Each table takes up to 4 MB if empty, 10 MB if populated and consumes 8 MB of RAM on each server. So basically, you cannot use Rethink database when you need full ACID support. ACID means atomicity, consistency, isolation, durability, or strong schema enforcement. And if doing deep computationally intensive analytics, the most preferred system is Hadoop for this. And also, if high write ability is critical, then it is better off to go with the softwares like Riak. So, requel. What is requel? Requel is the query language designed by the Rethink developers and it is very intrusive. It depends on three main principles, which are it embeds into programming language, so we do not need to create a string or JSON object in order to create a database. At requel, queries are chainable, so you don't need to write different sets of queries to define or modify the database. All queries execute on server. Once we run a familiar program, It is executable entirely on the database. Now, this is the most exciting part of Rethink database. The quote here says, "Rethink database shutdown. Long live the reactive database." It was posted long back in 2017. So for this, we just need to go just look some back. So basically, Rethink database was founded in 2009 and it was made open source at version 1.2 in 2012. So 2015 they released Rethink database 2.2. On 2016, company got shut down. On February 2017, the Cloud Native Computing Foundation purchased it and licensed it under Apache 2.0 and contributed it to Linux Foundation. So now Rethink is a free open source distributed document oriented database which is still active. But the fact is the latest update or the latest blog which has been updated on the Rethink database is 2 years old. Like it was been updated in 2017. That's it. Thank you. I will show you a simple example of Rethink DB. In the browser, go to local host 8080. This is the Rethink DB dashboard. Go to Data Explorer over here, clear everything. Now, first we have to create a database. So, r.db create. We named countries. Close it and just run it. So here you can see the database name countries has been created. So now clear this. So now we will create a table also. Dot select the DB database. So it was countries table create. So we will create a table named capitals. Close it and run it. So here you can see a table name capital has been created under the database name countries. So now to see the real-time changes, how it works, so we need to open a new browser over here, go to local host colon 8080. So now to here go to Data Explorer. So here type r dot select database, which was countries, and close it, and select table, which was capitals, close it, and to see the changes type dot changes and close it, just run the program. So here you can see that in the database name countries and the table capital, it's listening for the events that will be changed in the data in the server. So go to the previous window. Just now here we will add some. Now here we will add some information into the table. So it's r dot db to countries. Select the table, it was capital. Now Right, insert, open a square bracket over there. So here is one country one. Country one will be India, comma, capital one. New Delhi. Close the curly bracket, set comma, and another country. USA, comma, capital 2, Washington DC, close the curly bracket. So just go through everything. Its country one is India, capital one is New Delhi, country two is USA, capital two is Washington DC. Now close. Remember to close everything. The square brackets and insert bracket. Now just run the program. So here you can see that two tables has been inserted. Here you can see the insert 0, deleted 0, error 0, generated keys, insert 2, replace 0, skip 0, unchanged 0. So if we go to the previous window, so here we can see the capital to Washington DC, country to USA. Here world value is null, capital 1 New Delhi, country 1 India, with a specific ID has been updated. So you can see how the real time updation works here. So that's it. Thank you so much.